Hey friends, this is Annette. Thanks for joining me for another moment for chronic wellness. Today I'm continuing to talk about what are some of the gifts of chronic illness, which I get that may be a surprise to some folks who don't have chronic illness, or maybe even some of you who do and are not yet in the place of feeling like there are any gifts to this catastrophic storm of cluster fuck that is managing chronic illness. And for me, there are and there have been radical and profound gifts in this journey. And the one that I will speak to today is connection with my physical body. Having been raised by a radical stoicist, having been raised by someone who did not model for me living in your body, not being an athlete or someone who was very kinesthetic to begin with, I did a really good job, by and large, divorcing myself from my own physical experience. And that meant that I didn't really pay attention much to anything beyond my very most basic physical needs, and sometimes not even those. And I certainly was not very much in touch with my physical self in a really concrete way. I didn't live in a very grounded way in my own body. I don't know a better way to say that. And chronic illness shifted that in awful ways in terms of how extreme it is to be living with chronic pain, how extraordinary it is to experience things like pulmonary fibrosis and the feeling of suffocation that goes along with something like losing lung function. But beyond that, getting to the gift part, I've had the opportunity to connect with my body and learn how to perform body scans multiple times a day and to check in with myself. And it has been a learned behavior, trust me. As I've said, this did not come naturally. But learning how to check in and take in information about what is it that I need. Listen deeply for the answer. And the way that Gabor Mate, who I've mentioned earlier, phrased this question to one of his patients is, if you weren't considering or caring about how this affected anyone else, how would you answer the question? What is it that you need right now? And then just listen deeply for an answer to arise from within you. And then to the best of your ability, try to answer or resolve that question, or listen to the answer and then go do what the answer to that question is to the best of your ability. That has been one of the greatest gifts of this illness, is tuning into my body, listening to what my body needs and trying to do that. There was like a 6-week period of time where the answer to that question was corn chips. I put on like 7 pounds of corn chips weight, but that was what the answer was. So I paid attention. What about you? What has your body been saying? Have you been able to listen to your body? Have you been trying to escape your own bodily experience so much you haven't tuned in? Has tuning into your body been hard for you before chronic illness, or shifted for you since chronic illness? Sound off. Remember, whether or not we are healthy, we can be well. Thanks so much for being here with me. I look forward to seeing you again soon.